hey, if there's no further business, we're going to leave. Let me know if y'all want to reincorporate. It's probably going to be like close to 10 grand because like I once mentioned, the articles are tied to everyone's deed. So everything has to be redeeded and the articles have to be updated. But that's how I ain't going to say beat my HOA, but like just do your homework.
Find a loophole.
Yeah.
Correct.
Exactly.
What's up, world? You're tuning into Once Upon a BNB. It's your host, Anns.
Ian.
Maha F baby here, and we've got a special guest today, my boy Corey.
Hey, Corey.
What's up, y'all? What's going on?
Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me. I'm a huge fan.
Woo!
We haven't had a lot of fan guests.
I know.
Right.
I was just a guest, became a host. And
Just like that.
Yeah.
I definitely never listened or watched prior to, though, right?
Yeah, no, I hadn't seen episodes 1, 2, or 3.
So when you listen, Corey, like what first grabbed your attention or, what kept you engaged?
The teasers y'all drop. So it's like,
Oh, yeah.
y'all will make it spicy
tease.
and you'll be like, I got to watch this.
Good job.
The teasers have gotten a
Yeah.
lot better lately, too.
They look
like,
good.
Shout out to our
My favorite
producers.
part.
You don't know what you're going to get or what the content or what the story is. And like, you're like, man, let me go watch this.
That's the same thing
that's
for
how it
the
works.
host.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Even though Maha, y'all know each other,
For sure.
but Maha said before at recording said you have to remember the story.
Of hitting his mail. Oh, the stories that
I do want to talk about the hitting the mailbox thing.
All
now.
right, I guess.
Y'all must be really good friends because you didn't seem that angered.
We are, yeah.
Miles one of the best people walking the earth. So like, how could you
Oh,
be?
wow,
how could you be
damn.
angry
Just not the
at
best
Maha?
person driving on the earth.
Yeah, definitely one of the worst
Not the
people
best,
driving.
maybe not the best driver, but
I didn't notice hitting your mailbox, but apparently I did. I checked the back of my car. I was like, there's no damage. I didn't hit your mailbox.
'Cause
But
the
then somebody
mailbox-
got in the passenger side of my car and they're like, damn, someone keyed the shit out of your car. I was like,
Oh,
dang, Corey's mailbox. Guess I did hit that.
They're like, dang,
on
I got
Corey's
enemies.
mailbox.
we randomly, I hit her. I was like, hey, you going to the parade? You going to Athens? And she was like, yeah. I was like, I'm going too. You going to ride together? And we had a full Saturday. And
A very full Saturday.
So fun.
yeah, we got back
Championship
and
Saturday.
I hit his mailbox, went home.
we went and got a section at Boogaloo.
No, first we went to the Lowe's, Atlanta, which apparently
yeah.
has Hennessy margaritas. I love Atlanta so much. The Lowe's.
Did y'all meet at Georgia?
No, we met on Yacht Week, actually, in Croatia.
Oh,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Fun fact,
Yeah.
Maha was my closing attorney on my Airbnb.
Oh.
After we met randomly, we had a layover leaving Croatia. We also found out we were rap buddies, so
Oh,
we
yeah.
spent the whole week like annoying everybody and going bar for bar like some of my favorite rap songs. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
This is a crazy story.
We
Yeah.
instantly clicked, and she was like my rap twin flame. And
Yep.
See, y'all
Yeah,
met
that's
Yacht
awesome.
Week, but then y'all found out y'all both were from Georgia.
Well, we were on the same boat, but like I only knew one other person. We had two boats.
you was on the other one.
Oh, well, we had two boats.
But
and
you
he was
ended
the
up
other
on
one.
ours.
Yeah, I did end up on theirs.
We was
passed
cool,
out.
and then she was like, "Yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna ride with
It's
them."
like I'm on this boat.
That sounds really piratey to me.
Right. Getting like,
Yeah.
and then they had to like
We
steal
had,
the
I think,
booty.
17 people. We had two boats. I only knew one person. And like now I'm friends with like all these people for life and mostly Corey.
That is such a cool
And
origination
Jeremiah.
story.
Shout out Jeremiah.
Yeah, we had people come in from like we had contractors and other friend groups. It was people that came in from China, Italy, Iraq. We were living in Qatar at the time. We had people come from all over, just friends of friends,
Mm-hmm.
and one boat turned into almost 3.
Mhm.
And so what we did,
Also sounds piratey, yeah.
Right.
we rented an Airbnb, and everybody flew in like 3 or 4 days
Is
prior.
this a floating B&B?
This was just a condo,
Okay.
but it was a 3-story like badass condo and like split.
Yeah, I missed that part. I met y'all at the boats.
You came to the boat, but the bulk of us came in early. If you're gonna live out to sea with somebody for a week, you should probably get to
It
know
is
each
close
other.
quarters too. Like
that's
Yacht Week,
smart.
it sounds luxurious, but you're like
That's-
elbow to elbow with
That's the
people for a
best
whole
thing we
week.
did.
It's like
Yeah.
get that
So did
first
you like weed someone
bonding
out?
experience.
Like, you're like, yeah, that's gonna leave them ashore.
Not everyone stayed best friends afterwards, but most of us.
There was a bit of drama, but for the most part, it was cool. It was
That
cool.
is such a fun story. So you travel often, I assume.
I spent 10 years living and working abroad
Okay.
and traveling, and I've stayed at my share of Airbnbs and got to meet some cool people along the way too. It's me here today.
Right.
Yeah, literally.
10 years worth of stories to tell.
Yeah, I might be back if y'all will have me. We'll see.
He's
see
definitely
how this
got
first one
some
goes.
stories,
Yeah.
yeah.
I gotta pass the
We're
trial
gonna
out
audition
on
for
me.
Ian.
for sure.
Ian's a judge.
I usually
For
have
sure.
matches, and I
Are you afraid of the dark?
parody. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never do it anymore because
Yeah, he
Never
dropped
really
these 2
were.
golden stories on me in Athens. I was like, what the fuck? You've been holding out on Airbnb stories? Like 2?
This is
one is a host, one is a
post-parade?
guest. Yeah, post
Okay, so these are hazy stories. All
They're
right.
definitely hazy, so I'm gonna act surprised and actually be surprised because I don't remember the details, but I
was gonna
remember
say,
they're really good.
Maybe you don't remember
This was
everything.
pre-knocking down the mailbox.
We had a day.
too, but yeah,
It was a good day.
ended with Boogaloo.
It
but
sounds fun.
Mhm.
It was. It was.
Let's see how funny stories are.
Let's
You want to
do
do
the
it?
host story first?
I think we should.
All right.
I think we should. So I guess just jumping right into it.
Mm-hmm.
But let me preface it with like me and Maha having a layover, leaving Croatia, and we finally. This is what I love about her too. We had the "what do you do" conversation like a week later.
They had not
Oh.
talked about it.
It never
really.
came up. Like we just if you're
Too busy rapping.
yeah,
Because
basically.
y'all was having fun.
So we're at this layover trying to head back home. She's like, yeah, I'm an attorney. I do this and this and this and property and this and this. And I was like, oh, I'm getting ready to buy some property. You should be my closing attorney. Like, right. It's like instant networking. Like, yeah, you always
Automatic.
you give your business to your friends. And we were friends after like 2 days, you know? And so we end up going down the road and discussing that. And I picked this place. It's in my hometown. I'm from a small town in Southwest Georgia. I almost feel like I don't want to put like my HOA out there, but
We don't have that
Blast
many
him.
listeners. Don't worry.
I don't know. What's the name of the town?
I'm from Americus, Georgia.
Americas. Okay.
So,
I had somebody from there, I think.
It's
He probably
small.
knows them. It's very small.
very small.
Everybody I've named from Americas he knew.
It's about 20,000 people. 10 minutes east, we have Plains, Georgia, where President Carter still lives.
Yeah.
Up until last year, he taught Sunday school every Sunday that he was able in Plains.
Dude, he's still so sharp, and he's like 100 years old and had brain cancer.
Yeah, and the town is like, Plains is even smaller than Americus, but the Secret Service is with him. Like, if you want to go to Sunday
For life.
school, you have to line up at like 4 a.m. But
Oh, wow.
a lot of the people that come visit, they stay at my Airbnb, right?
That's
Smart.
10 minutes west is Andersonville, Georgia, which was a prison camp during the Civil War. It was a Union prison camp. So there's this huge memorial, South Shall Rise Again, like museum out there,
Oh,
right?
A
wow.
lot of historical facts
South
here.
shall
Right.
rise again.
And Americus
Free
itself
slavery back.
is actually
I
Americus
mean, I'm not. Whatever.
itself is the corporate headquarters for Habitat for Humanity.
Oh,
So we get a lot of business. We also have
he's the Wikipedia for that.
Right.
area
I'm
of
like,
Georgia.
are you a tour guide?
Americus Georgia Stand Up.
Right.
I
And
can't wait to see your activities book at your Airbnb.
that's right. They
Right.
need to know. You getting all the restaurants, all the sites, all the tea. Like we have it, you know. So it's cool. It's small, but like really historical. In downtown, we have the Windsor Hotel, which was really popular during Prohibition. We actually have
Oh,
a
is there a speakeasy in there?
well, we have the Al Capone suite, and then we have during that time. I'm missing something here, but the Windsor is also supposedly haunted. So they do like ghost
That's
tours.
pretty cool.
So
Airbnb episode, you guys. Hey guys, this is Maha from Once Upon A BNB. Make sure you like and subscribe to us on all streaming platforms. Follow us on Instagram at Once Upon A BNB. And if you have a crazy travel story to share, make sure you hit us up. Bye.
America's got something to say, and that's all I got to say. And you know what? If y'all ever want to take this on the road and like stay at the
That's-
place, and
We do.
do
We've
the
been
Windsor,
kicking that
like-
idea around for a
Yeah.
little bit now,
A
but
little bit.
Oh,
That's the next step.
what's this, year 1 or 2?
I think we might be
3.
a little over a year now, right?
We need to have an anniversary party.
Yeah, we do.
Y'all need to go on the road. That's what's gonna happen.
That's next. We are going on the road.
Y'all will be
That's
able to like
the plan.
host this and like dope.
We're
We're
ass
supposed to go to
properties.
Colombia.
Mhm.
I have friends just get back from Colombia.
we're
I'm one
two
of
of
them.
those.
Yeah, they're
Shit.
just there.
Randomly ran into Tasha at her Airbnb like 2 weeks ago in Colombia.
What?
Randomly,
2 of our Yacht Week friends ran into each other in Colombia at an Airbnb randomly.
like
That's very
2 weeks
weird.
ago.
Probably do the whole
That's
next season on your
crazy.
yacht
I
with
know,
friends.
right?
It's
Right, bring them on board.
It's a good group.
It is.
So
So your Airbnb.
yes, my hosting story. So I'm getting ready to buy this property. Maha knows all of this. And I full intentionally, like, y'all know y'all property nuts like me probably. So I'm looking at stuff whether I'm going to buy it or not. I'm checking like Trulia, Zillow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Page.
Every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, like twice a week sometimes. So this spot I had been eyeing like before I went back overseas the last time, and 15 popped up again at 18. And it's 2 units. I was trying to get both of them, but I got one, right? Cut your losses. I steal this unit. It's a group of kids. Their mom died, and they live in Atlanta. They don't want to pay the taxes.
Yours is haunted too now.
No, she didn't die in the condo.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Miss Lady.
R.I.P. Mama.
They had
Mama.
put her in the nursing home, right? So the kids don't care. They're just trying to get off of it. They leave this, like, all the stainless steel appliances, washer dryer is not touched. I just have to have it deep clean and furnished.
Nice.
Right. Nice as fuck. So
Yeah.
I won. Before I go into this thing, I'm asking for the covenant and the bylaws just to make sure I know I'm going to explicitly Airbnb this space, right?
Yeah.
So, and she'll tell you the holding got held up because they couldn't provide the bylaws or the articles of incorporation.
Yeah, we couldn't get like a closing letter.
Right. So we had to do like an amendment and have it notarized that they didn't provide the articles and the amendments for the HOA rules, because all this stuff is tied to your deed, right?
Yeah.
Why couldn't they provide it? I guess it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna get to it.
Okay, continue.
So-
It matters.
It has to say.
So I buy
That's
this
what I'm
place. I start doing it, and then all of a sudden, like my HOA, mind you, my community is 5 members, including me.
Wow.
I'm the only person that looks like me in my community. There's 2 young white guys. There's a older white lady, and there's an older white couple. And the husband of the couple is like
He like monitors the.
he's like the
the
cul-de-sac
nosy, like-
police.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like the
I was going to say.
general. Like he's the president of the homeowners
Rise Again
association,
guy.
right? Right. So
The
he's
South will rise again.
the South should rise again. So
America.
they call him
Honey,
me.
check out the new neighbors.
It's America's, right?
Americas.
So they call this meeting, and they're like, "We're gonna have a homeowners meeting because we have
the 6 of us.
we have the
Right,
5
right.
of us, aka 6 of us, because his wife comes.
Yeah.
But,
But she's not allowed to speak. So.
I think she has to tap him twice first or something.
For permission.
Yeah. So they call this meeting, and I know I got like this gut feeling like a few weeks out. These folks are gonna try to like ambush me and blindside me, because once I finally got the covenants, it said that you can't sublet for profit or exchange funds. Basically, you can't do like Airbnb.
Well, they should have provided that shit.
I asked, right?
Right.
Because the covenants are tied to everybody's deed. So
How long after the purchase is closed? Like Maha's gone.
closing,
Yeah.
we proceeded with the closing, and then I'm randomly at home in town. The treasurer, which is the older lady, comes by.
You were still living overseas when you closed this, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
that's
had
what I
to-
thought.
that was a whole thing, yeah, because I had to have the stuff notarized.
Right.
From
Which
the-
is like hard to get stuff notarized in Qatar.
It was a thing. Like it was a thing. And thank you for sticking it through, by the way,
course.
Maya.
That's what I
First
do.
class. So we get all of this done. I'm in the house, like checking out stuff for the first time. I haven't even seen my house for real. Like I just bought it and showed up and went home.
Sight unseen.
Yeah. So the neighbor comes by and like, oh, here are the bylaws. Here are the covenants. Oh, thanks.
Thanks.
90 days later.
Right. So y'all have had him this whole time.
That's so crazy.
So I'm reading it, and it's like, oh, okay, you're not supposed to do this or this or this and this and this. And I'm like wondering like when this stuff has been updated last, right? So they call this meeting. I closed in like March. We're up and running by May. My mom, shout out to my mom. She's my property manager. She does the hospitality. She's boots on ground. She like arranges the cleaning and pays the bills. And like, I can't do it without her. She's the heartbeat, right? So shout out to my mom.
Mama.
Shout out to Elton Jane one time. That's my best girl. So my mom's my partner. She's doing everything. And we open up in May. We're like 2 months in. Now they want to have a homeowners meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a couple weeks out. And I have a feeling they're going to try to like ramrod me or try to like surprise attack or whatever.
Any surprises from any guests up to this point?
The first guest that stayed with me,
So they're renting out a room, not the whole. Like you're there and you're renting out.
No.
Condo.
yeah.
It's a condo, so it's
yeah.
we share a door, but then my unit's on the right, my neighbor's on the left.
Okay. Okay.
So that's important to keep in mind because it's a shared dwelling, right? You can ensure your personal space, but collectively we have a catastrophe policy, like for the whole community. So we share the
Common.
we insure the common and the outside area together, and then individually you insure your dwelling and the contents of your dwelling.
Gotcha.
Fun fact for potential future hosts. So where was I? Yeah, so we're in it. The first guest goes and knocks on my neighbor's door. Don't read the directions.
Hi, I'm here for Airbnb.
Right. Just like airs me out like for the first time.
That's
right.
the worst.
Right. And I'm telling her like, hey, if you have any questions,
call me.
call me or call my mom. She's local. Like she'll come help you with the key box.
This store's right here. I think I'll knock on it.
Right. Not the address, not the unit. Like, let me just go next door. Hey, can you help me get in here? And like,
oh my God.
mind you, all of this will come up later, right? So, they call this meeting leading up to. I called Maha. I was like, "Hey, I need to pick your. I need you to wear your lawyer cap for like 5 seconds,
I
right?"
was like, I probably won't know the answer to this, but shoot.
Right. So I asked her. I was like, "Hey, I think my homeowners association is gonna try to like ambush me, right?" And she was like, "Well, find out." Like read the covenants and find out the details of everything. So like I go down the rabbit hole of like doing my own research, right? And then I also ended up hiring a property lawyer, and she charged me like $400 for an hour, basically to confirm what I went and find out. So they called this meeting, and they're sitting there, and everybody's exchanging pleasantries and like fake smiling and being nice. And I have my mom with me because she's my property manager, right?
And he's allowed to bring his wife, so like you know.
Right.
So I'm gonna bring my mom.
We're all sitting there. They go over the budget and like all the formality. They passing out cookies and shit. I don't want no cookies. And so
You can't sweeten me up.
Right.
Mr. Man like gets up because he's like the president. He like kind of like does one of these. He's like, well, Corey, we want to talk to you about what you're doing over here. My grandboy called me. He said he's seen it online.
My grandboy.
My grandboy called me. He said, mind you, like we already had met once before, like when I moved in, but like this is the second meeting. This is them like observing and like trying to call me to the principal's office. He was like, well, he says it's on Airbnb. And I was like, it is. And then the lady that came by, the older lady, she goes, well, you told me you was going to stay there. Did not. Never said that. You stopped by my house randomly just to like give me the covenants. You were there 2 minutes. I never said I was going to live here. And actually, if I stay here one night a year,
It's still my residence.
it's still my house. And if I stay here 300 nights a year, why does it matter to you? Your place is right there. Your place is here, Mr. Man. Well, we just, we're older and we don't know about who's coming in and out of here and the safety. And, before you moved in here, somebody's car got broken in. Before
Yeah. What does
I
that have to do with
moved
me?
in here. Right. What does that have to do with anything? So they get the bylaws and they're like reading through this stuff and I let them get done. Right. Prior to this meeting, I paid a little visit to the Secretary of State's office. If you're a business in the state of Georgia, in any state, you have to register with the Secretary of State office and you have to file yearly if you handle money or anything. Right. So my homeowners association is technically a business in the state of Georgia. Condos were built in 1980. Every year you're supposed to file. If you don't file after 5 years, your business gets administratively dissolved. Nobody had filed with these condos since 1980.
That's why it was so tough to find that.
So the covenants are older than me. I was born in 84. Shout out to the 80s babies. If you're listening, you're 80 babies, shout out. That's us, right? And so I'm sitting there.
We're targeting with Jacksers here.
We love the 90s too,
Thank you.
Shout out to the 90s.
Thank you.
And so they like trying to read all the stuff and I let them get done. And I had already seen this lawyer who confirmed that, what you guys have is an agreement amongst neighbors from 1985 that homeowners association did not technically exist. So what we do, so he reads this and I pull it out and I was like, that's all good and fine, Mr. Man. But hey, I brought this with me. And so they're all like reading and huddled up.
Oh my gosh.
And so
I'm envisioning it this whole time.
What you
Like,
said?
I know.
I see everybody's face.
So-
Which one of us can
I
read?
see what everybody got on. I'm just watching
So
it in my head.
we're in their living room. One of the guys,
Not
my
a living
neighbor,
room.
is an educator. I'll just put it like that. So they're like, well, what does this mean? And he's like, well, we haven't been a HOA since 1985. And I was like, that's correct, sir. We shouldn't have that bank account in the homeowners association name. We shouldn't have this insurance policy in the homeowners association's name. And furthermore, the covenants are tied to all of our deeds. If you guys want to incorporate and be an actual homeowners association, we need an attorney to redo the articles, and it's going to cost thousands of dollars. I'm in if we collectively agree to all be in. I'm already looking like one of them is in education. He always complaining about money. The other one is in and out. He's a single guy. He doesn't give a shit. And then it's just the older people at this point. And Miss Lady, she on a fixed income. They got the T on me. I got the T on them. Like, know your audience,
How did
right?
you know she's on a fixed income?
Because she was older.
Know
Don't worry
what
about that.
I know what I know, and that's all I know. Okay. So they like trying to like ramrod me in this meeting, and I like just drop the paperwork, and then Mr. Manager just had heart surgery, so he turns like beat bright red.
Oh no.
Yeah, because like my neighbors explaining
He is
to him,
stressed.
he was like, we have no recourse. So collectively, the homeowners association can't take
Don't
me to court.
exist.
It doesn't
What is
exist.
your role,
it
sir?
says we're fucked.
Right. Y'all can't take me to court. Let me hide the brand alone.
Your job does not exist, sir. General man, Mr. Man.
Right.
I could go for a sidebar, second brandless beer
Right.
if it's next to you.
Oh man, he turned red. Is he okay today?
I'll get to that. But it took everything for me to tell him, like, sir, I'm probably gonna buy your house one. Like,
You're next,
When I
sir.
buy them all, I'll write my own
Who's
HOA.
next?
calm down, sir. I got more time than you. You know. So they're upset and they're like, all like, well, you can't do this and this is. I was like, sir, the homeowners association can't take me to court. However, individual neighbors can. When you lose, I got a Jewish lawyer. You got to get her invoice too. You know, because that's like how the property stuff goes. The loser pays all of the bills. And I calmly explain it to them. And mind you, like my sweet country, South Georgia mama, who can be spicy, did not say a word. She just sat back and was just like,
I'm so proud.
Right.
It's my baby.
right. Mom is just like him, one of these. Like I'm like looking at her like every couple
just
whatever. Like,
co-signing.
yeah, I'm dropping the like whatever. And she's like, Edna Jane. Shout out Edna Jane. And so at this point, they're mad, and I'm like, hey, if there's no further business, we're going to leave. Let me know if y'all want to reincorporate. It's probably going to be like close to 10 grand because like I once mentioned, the articles are tied to everyone's deed. So everything has to be redeeded and the articles have to be updated. But that's how I ain't going to say beat my HOA, but like just do your
What
homework.
HOA?
Find a loophole.
Correct.
Exactly.
And what I told them, the last thing I said, I was like, we don't have a homeowners association. We have an agreement amongst neighbors, and we share the yard maintenance and this insurance policy. And if y'all want to,
That's it.
Yeah, I don't care to increase the issue. But if you do, holla at me. Like we can take it down the road. So like,
Spoiler
Now
alert,
it's
they
war.
did not.
well, actually,
Update.
they've calmed down a whole lot. And I had to explain to them, we vet everyone who comes in. Like the platform allows that you can like you can say no. If somebody's fishy or you're not feeling it, you don't have to let them stay there. And we've made super hosts a bazillion times, and we're selective. And yesterday's price is not today's price.
Right.
And it's
So-
like, I don't think that many rowdy people are coming to America's.
America's, they're not coming there for the turn up.
They're
Yeah.
not coming there for the
Y'all want to
turn
go party in
up.
America's, Georgia?
And I had to explain that. And they were like referring to like old vandalism. I was like, sir, be that as it may, that doesn't have anything to do with us and what we're doing. And if you need to verify this, essentially, I told them what my lawyer told me before I left, make them make you stop.
Yeah.
Make them make you stop because they can't. Like legally, they have no recourse because I bought it full out. We asked for the covenants before it held up the closing, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
If I could have saw that and seen it, we wouldn't have had an issue. I would have just leased
bought
it
it,
straight up.
probably.
Yeah, I would have like put some college kids in there or something. shout out to Georgia Southwestern, which is right by my unit. By the way.
Really? There's
Yeah.
a college there too?
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder they get a little rowdy.
Yeah, maybe they do get rowdy in Americus.
It's primarily nursing and education.
Ah, okay.
And
But,
a rowdy nurse or two.
Yeah, like they tried to play
Back in
me
your day.
and for once the little guys won because I've heard like people go up against HOAs and just like get obliterated, but
When it's
we
a
don't-
legitimate HOA.
we don't have an
Yeah.
HOA.
Well, I had
So-
just no agreement amongst neighbors and pissed off neighbors for a while. And there's nothing they could do really. So
Oh, yeah.
This is a lot of knowledge.
Well, they were mad, and this is it's important. Like it's funny, but like if you're looking to get into property, like check everything. Like find out about your homeowners and if you're able to do it or if it's allowed. Because had they
Definitely check
been
the covenants.
had they been concurrent and paid, like I would have just
Had to take the L.
and bought a lemon, right? And that's happened to a lot of people. Like the sun shone on me on that one, but don't make that mistake of after the fact and.
Maha.
and
I
people-
know. I was like, yep, you guys are right. It definitely says I can't do this.
And we had that discussion. She was like, Corey,
Right.
I don't know if you're going
I
to
was like,
win
I
this
just had to
one.
pay my HOA, but maybe you'll come out better.
You took
think
it
the
just
listeners
well,
just learned a lot.
The mailbox. You're like,
I know.
Right.
no, Ma, we had a lot of fun in Croatia, so let this one slide too.
Right.
But also the beauty of that is like how friendship can like curate business and like even
Always, yeah.
now me like lending to a platform she's a part of. It just keeps going like good energy begets good, so
Yeah,
like
definitely.
I'm happy to be here. Like this is a cool thing y'all doing for the record,
Well, that was a great host story, but his guest story,
Oh, so
At the same location.
no, it's him as a guest somewhere else.
I need a sip.
I feel like we got our education on. We got our knowledge on.
But this story, from what I remember,
Before we go, like y'all have like questions or like anything like that I should maybe
okay,
like.
teacher.
I'm just saying, if we gonna be thorough, like let's because people. I hope somebody got
They did.
something from this. Like cross your dots. No, dot your I's, cross your T's. Thank you. Whatever that was, But like, just be thorough, guys, when you're getting ready to invest and get things because people won't like it. They will try to attack you and come for you,
Definitely.
and there'll be threats. But luckily, I shored myself up and was able to be like, all contraire, bonfrere. So like, it worked out.
Now, I think the first, like, you have to take initiative of the first signal that something's going crazy, like them holding up the actual information and then them presenting it to you after you bought it.
Right.
It was just lame.
Right. And I mentioned that and I was like, hey, I was willing to ask these
We've
questions.
been begging for
Right.
this
Right.
information.
And literally, like, I'm in another country trying to, like, do the closing. Like, when I'm getting ready to go to bed, everybody's starting over here. It's already, like, the next day where I'm at when I get up. Like, it's the 15th, it's the 14th
I
there.
believe
So,
they
like,
started it, honly.
right.
you guys started it.
They
And
started
also,
it.
I feel like if
And
you
you
would have found out
finished it.
earlier, you just would have been like, all right, well, they haven't incorporated, so fucking rush
Right.
rush the closing.
Hurry,
you
incorporate.
all fucked.
Right.
And also,
Yeah, you
the other
could've
thing
won
is, I
regardless.
got it, not an HOA, but my apartment complex, they were mad about the subletting, and I was like, well,
you
they
got out of that,
they're
too.
technically not subleasers because they don't get mail there, they don't have keys to the place, have a smart lock. All these things you can do to like argue that they're not really subletters because they don't live there, but a couple days when you're short-term rental.
The other part of that is, like, it is South Georgia. So you have, like, this older white man trying to tell me what to do with my house.
Yeah.
My shit ain't your shit. Like,
Right.
you just worry about what you're doing over here. And that's all but what I told him. Like, hey, this ain't got nothing to do
Are
with
y'all cool today?
this.
I'm really interested in
We're-
this relationship y'all have today.
We're not uncool. I'm not like, none of my neighbors are coming over for barbecue. Like, the guy I share with,
They are not invited to
we
the
have to
barbecue.
communicate. But like, they don't bother me. I pay my dues. Whatever I owe for like the year, I think it's like $90 a month. I just write them a check every January. Like, don't
For the
bother
year,
me.
yeah.
And they
like-
play HOA more.
Right.
Right. They,
Beneficial.
Technically, don't even have to do this, but here you go.
right. Because we do have to insure
Right.
the out.
So did that change? Did it go to all y'all's names or something like that instead of this phony?
No, it
LLC?
wasn't worth it for them to like try to fight
Incorporate
me
it.
and incorporate because it would be expensive. And I already know like
What if it burns down? Is that gonna fuck things?
That's
Well, no.
why it's like a group insurance policy.
Right.
I don't think they have to be incorporated to have that necessarily.
right. They'll sell anybody insurance who wants it.
Well, back to your your personal travel story.
Yeah.
Okay, so boom.
Oh, wait. We might have to save this for another episode.
Our producers
Are
are
we
telling
going to
us.
do episode 2? All right.
I think we're gonna do
We're gonna
episode
cut it
2.
too.
Because
I
honestly,
feel like it's been like 5 minutes, guys.
No.
we were just so engaged in all the information and knowledge we were learning. We were
All
just like,
All right.
Guys, that was a great educational episode. Tune in for part 2, which gets a little saltier. All right.
Yeah, it's definitely spicy.
If I get a part 2,
You get a
you
part
might get a
2.
part
Yeah.
2. I think you earned it.
All right. We do an
Good scene.
outro then, I guess.
Bye, y'all.
We are people.
See you part 2.